Wife cheated, and the abandoned kids and I. What's my best option?
Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started.
Wife cheated, and the abandoned kids and I. What's my best option? Even if it's just for venting, it does me some good, so here it goes. My wife was having and actually multiple affairs, which I found out about accidentally. We got married in 2008 and had our son soon after. She pushed hard to have a second child immediately, age issues, and we had our second son in about a year and a half. I was busy pulling 72-hour work weeks while still handling most of the work around home, since working in EMS with 24-hour shift meant I could work 72 hours and have 4 days off. She started treating me like crap soon after we had our second child, but I just considered it postpartum depression and remained happy, considering myself lucky to have a beautiful family, and was proud to work my butt off 24/7 to make her as happy as I could. Except for about 2 years after having the second child, she was mostly employed but she never shared her income or spent any household expenses, and I never said anything because we thought since I made 3 times what she made, I'd pay for everything and should keep her money in her account or pillow as our saving. Now, after the second child, she started getting all kinds of plastic surgeries and other beauty procedures that she paid for out of her our savings. I always told her that I thought she looked perfect as she was, but she insisted that it would make her happy and it's about how she feels, so I never said much against it. Not that I would or could decide for her anyways. I'm sure two breast surgeries, liposuctions, and other procedures to make C-section marks disappear, nose job, lip fillers, Botox, about 12 full body laser hair removal, plus all the makeup and brand name clothing and accessories weren't cheap, but I know for a fact she had a significant amount left. One day, I'm going through my phone bill to find a number for a guy who wanted to buy a tool from me of Craigslist a while back and accidentally had her number opened instead of mine, my own family phone plan, and saw hundreds of calls in the middle of night and other times too on days I'm at work. Putting her attitude and the calls together, I decided to Google some of the number and found all these guys I didn't know. Went to her and told her as calmly as possible for the sake of kids that I had found out that she was seeing others, and that was when my life actually turned into hell. She immediately turned that into me being a controlling jerk who had spied on her and checked her phone, and got so intense that I had to grab the kids and leave as I didn't want them to go through all the cursing and screaming. We came back at night, and she had just grabbed her bags and left. This was in 2015, and for the past 6 years, she has been disappearing for months, and every time she breaks up with someone, which happens far too often, she just moves back without notice, saying it's her house and I don't get to say otherwise. Stays for a while or just comes home at night and then leaves with no notice again. I don't even start any arguments because she is proven to be far better than me at shouting and going from 0 to 100 and would terrorize the kids. Managing babysitting during times I leave for work has been a nightmare, even though my family and friends have helped a lot when I'm working. The divorce haven't gone through was trying to not get a lawyer to save money since I'd end up paying for hers too. Stupid of me, I know. As every time we get close to it, she changes her mind and something or disappears. She has mentioned several times that if I want to get my peace of mind, I should just give her the house and take my boys and leave. I have paid every single payment as well as every single bill for the house, and plus, Any other expenses there is since day one, and my bank statements show that. We live in a no fault state though. I never intended to not give her anything as I thought she is my kid's mother after all. But she is not sharing any info about her savings, and I think, in the best case scenario for me, she gets half of everything we got. Even though she has been separate and mostly gone for 6 years now, during which I've continued to work and pay for everything, and the house of value has doubled. Losing the house means we have to move, which puts another stress on boys as they've been begging to not change school slash friends, but I won't be able to afford living where I am if the house is gone. She has told me that she doesn't want custody, but she has also said that if I ask for everything that's against her wishes, she would ask for custody just to keep the house and get me to pay all kinds of things. But worse than all I know, I'm going to have to take care of my kids 100%, even if she gets custody as her. And I both know how much I care for my boys and couldn't possibly let them have the kind of life that I know they'd have with a mother who doesn't really want them and clearly suffers from some cluster B personality disorders, making her incapable of any level of empathy. Early on, when I asked at work and she was with them, the best she ever did was to hand them a sandwich, put them in front of Xbox, and go to her room and be on Instagram and other social media all day. I know I've written way too much, so I don't think many or maybe anyone would have time to read this. And believe me, I'm not even starting on the kind of abuse that the kids and I have been subjected to, or how she has a plan to make me look like the guilty one, thanks to me keeping my mouth shut and not sharing with anyone mostly out of embarrassment. However, if anyone who knows about this stuff did read some, what do you think is my best course of action? Do I have any chance in getting the court to believe me, given the fact that I feel around her everyone believes the woman's side automatically, or far more easily? If it was me, I'd just get my bag and leave her with everything. But I have all the expense and college bills every soon to deal with, so I feel it's my duty to advocate for my kids' future.